Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Tech Motoring. We're actually doing a road trip episode on this episode here, whatever you want to call this thing, road trip episode. So we are actually leaving here in just a few minutes to head out. It's a short road trip, so we're actually heading out to Rockingham, North Carolina from here in Myrtle Beach. So it's going to be a short trip. We're actually just driving to Cheraw tonight. It's Friday night right now. Sun's starting to go down. Excuse the noise next door. They're moving some stuff over there, but as you can see, we're just charging up on our Electrify America home station, and then we are going to go take a look at the trip ahead of us and see how things are going to be in just a moment. So let's jump in the car and take a look. All right, in the Mach-E, we got the car charging up. Right now we're at 94%. We're probably going to leave here shortly, so we'll probably be just a little bit above that. But it looks like we have a couple options as far as leaving where we are here in Myrtle Beach and heading up to Cheraw. Looks like we have a slightly different way here, which we might actually take that way. And then we have this route, which is 501, which we don't typically like to take that route, but we'll see. And then this way is just ridiculous. We're not going to go that way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take probably this one, right? Yep, exactly. We'll probably beat a lot of traffic by going around this way and heading up to Cheraw. Looks like they're talking about 2 hours flat, 112 miles to get there, which is perfectly fine. Maybe we'll go this way, actually. A little slower, but you know what? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Anyway, it doesn't look like we're going to need anything to get there as far as charging, which is good. We're going to get there with at least 52%, probably a little bit more by the time we get out of here. And that's perfect because we're actually going to probably stop and charge somewhere in that location because I do want to shoot a video while we get there. And yeah, we might do something like that when we get there. But anyway, tonight we're going to Cheraw. Tomorrow we're going to go to Rockingham, which is just above Cheraw into North Carolina. So let's go ahead and get ourselves out on the road, and we'll update you as we move along. So I actually forgot to mention why we're going out to Rockingham, North Carolina, is actually because we are going on a metal detecting trip. Just a side hobby that I do for fun occasionally. So we're actually going out there to dig up some relics. If I find anything good, I'll throw them in this video a little bit later on, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But just to show you packing up the Mach-E, really easy, nice amount of spots here. We didn't even have to use the frunk for anything additional. Everything kind of fit right back here. Very nice and neat. That'll be perfect. It'll be nice and comfortable for the ride there. So do like the space in the Mach-E, though it's not as big as a lot of vehicles in its class. I do think it has plenty of space for what you need. And once again, a little bit of underfloor storage is nice. And of course, the frunk up front is fantastic to have on this car. Anyway, let's get on the road. All right, well, welcome everybody. We are just getting out the door and heading out to Cheraw, South Carolina tonight. So about 2 hours in front of us. We have 95% state of charge, and I think it's estimating we get there like 93 or something, or 93, 53 or so. So we got a little bit ahead of us, and yeah, we're gonna spend the night there tonight, and then tomorrow get to Rockingham nice and early, and then we have the trip back tomorrow evening. So yep, looking forward to this trip. We haven't driven the Mach-E. Actually, let's just drive and talk here. Let's get on the road. But we haven't driven the Mach-E on a road trip, and well, I think the last trip I took on it was Florida in October. Possibly. And then shortly before that, I think, was Virginia when we went to Busch Gardens. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's been a little bit for the Mach-E.
That was October.
Yeah, that was October. We did two trips in October, but yeah, so we are heading out and looking forward to the trip, actually, since it's been a while, and yeah, we'll see how the Mach-E does. Right, we're a little bit into this trip, 21 miles, as you can see right there. We're getting about 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. We were actually over 5 just a little while ago, just due to the slower traffic that we were in. Still at 88% state of charge. Plenty to go. And yeah, so we're doing pretty well. Our efficiencies are looking pretty good. So yeah, we just keep on rolling. We are just about halfway through this trip, 51.5 miles in, just over an hour driving, 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour, so doing really well with efficiency. The temperature's starting to drop a little bit. Looks like it's about 76 degrees outside. We got about 50 miles left, and we are at 77% state of charge right now, so we only used about 18%, so that's pretty good. So at that rate, we're looking at maybe getting to the hotel with like 60% or close to it. So we'll see. That's better than what it assumed from the navigation, which was about 53% or something. So yeah, it just goes to show you the Mach-E is a fantastically efficient vehicle. In the EPA range, you could just throw that out the window, add another 20% to that, or probably add about 10% to that, and yeah, that's a pretty easy thing to come by with this vehicle. So good drive so far. Still have yet to get any Blue Cruise hands-free on this trip, even though we are technically on like a divided highway right now. Still no Blue Cruise, but that's all right. The lane centering is doing pretty well. One thing I will say though is after you start driving a Tesla on a daily basis and then you get back into this, you could definitely tell there's a big difference between those two ADAS systems. And yeah, so this one's not as locked in. It tends to, break off every once in a while just randomly because it loses a line, whereas the Tesla seems to be just more confident in where it's going, and it kind of knows where the lane lines are sometimes when there even isn't any. So it's a pretty different experience driving this versus the Tesla, but either way, it's a great trip, and we'll be there in just about an hour, so we'll see you at the hotel. Well, there's a surprise. So we just pulled into the hotel, and Eagle Eye over here says, "Hey, is that a fast charger?" And I'm like, "No, it's not a fast charger." And next to all these electrical boxes is 2 fast chargers supplied by Duke Energy, which is really cool. I didn't see those on the map for PlugShare. All right, well, we made it to the hotel just over 2 hours, and we're here. So we are gonna get in the hotel and get some sleep, and then we will check back with you in the morning with our short trip over the border to Rockingham, North Carolina. So sleep tight. We'll see you in a couple seconds. All right, packing up, running late actually. It is ooh, it's 20 after 8. We need to get going because we were supposed to be there at 8:30. And we got some time to make up. All right, let's throw it in the nav and get there. All right, well, we are going pretty much as fast as we can. And as you can see from the arrival time, it looks like 8:50 is our arrival, which is about 20 minutes later than we anticipated. It is now raining outside, which makes today worse because, well, we're going to be outside metal detecting. So hopefully this rain subsides. We can see some blue skies up ahead, so hopefully that's a good sign of what's to come, and hopefully this rain is behind us, or hopefully we're running away from it. For the first time this trip, we finally have Blue Cruise hands-free for a total of 3.5 miles. But we are getting there. It looks like we cut a couple minutes off of our time, so we're a couple minutes less than we were. And yeah, we'll be getting there pretty soon. Rain started up again. Hopefully it doesn't stay like this, but yeah, clouds are starting to move in. Not looking good. It appears that the exits are now gone. Yeah. Okay. We need to find an exit here. This is weird. They redid this entire area, and there's no exit anywhere. Okay then. Here we go. So we decided to get off on this back road that's supposed to loop around to where we need to go. But now it's telling us it contains road closures, which is really weird. We're just on this back road. I can't imagine that the road's just closed. I mean, there's no exit to get off the freeway, so really weird. We're just gonna stay on this for a while and see where it brings us. It should get us there eventually, as long as the road's not closed, which I can't imagine it would be. We'll find out. Well, that's not a good sign. It does say road closed ahead. Well, that's not good. Okay, here's another road to the left. Maybe this one will get us where we need to go. Look at that construction over there, though. It's like they're just blew out the road and they're putting in a new bridge or a bridge or something. Wow. All right. I guess we're gonna keep going. But as you can see here on the map, I mean, we're on a road that doesn't even exist according to this. And okay, look at that. It just recalculated to this road. Since you're cutting through the woods, let's go ahead and just attach it to this road. Look at this. Look at this hill here. Wow. This is amazing. This must be all new roads that they just recently put in, because obviously the Mach-E doesn't have it in its navigation. All right, so we're making a right here. And hopefully this gets us where we need to go. Wow, I cannot believe that. So not only did they redo the highway and take the exit out, uh-oh. So this giant hill in front of us is the what used to be the road. Obviously they lifted up the roadway. This must be the highway in front of us. Oh my God, this is just insane. Okay, well, we finally got ourselves going in the right direction. We had to get back on the highway, go back the opposite way to find the exit that we were expecting to be on that side of the highway. That must be the giant hill that we were just on the other side of. And yeah, obviously this is all just being constructed and built upon, so this is crazy, but I don't feel like this is supposed to be the business route, and I don't see business route. This doesn't even look like the proper exit here. Well, I guess we'll wait 1 mile and see what we get when we get there. This is crazy. Well, look, we found the road. This is crazy. All right, well, we got a little bit to go down this road here, and then we will be coming up to, well, the metal detecting site. So, really cool. Looks like it's back in some woods here, but it's supposed to be an open area, so looking forward to it. But in the meantime, we'll do some overlanding here. Get the Mach-E all nice and dirty, and yeah, hopefully, maybe we'll get some rain on the way home to wash it off. Some electric car off-roading here. Oh yeah. Looks like we got to get over there somehow. I guess we stay on this road.
It doesn't look like a road.
I don't want to cut through this field. I think we're pretty sure that's where all the hunting is. I'm just following the tire tracks here. Everybody else left. Oh, there we go. There's the end. All right, here we go. All right, well, we are in the car on our way back. We're actually leaving a little bit early. We kind of are done with the day here. So we're actually going to take a ride out to this one charger here because I'm really curious about it. And it's a little bit out of our way, but not too much. And I think we might even shoot a video there for something. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we got the long trek home, only a little bit over 2 hours from here. But once we charge up once, that's all we'll need to get home. So let's get on the road. Turned out to be a beautiful day after all that rain. Even though it's still a little cloudy, the clouds are actually kind of nice today. Kind of kept the weather kind of cool, actually, which is kind of nice. But anyway, we are going to head out in just a moment. All right, well, heading out, and it was a pretty fun day. Yeah, poured when we got there. I was afraid it wasn't going to let up, but it did, so that was nice. Now we're kind of doing some overlanding again to get out of here. And yeah, we're going to be heading to the charger, which is a little bit out of our way, but I want to stop there and take a look at this charger specifically for a reason. And then we're going to be back on the road, so I guess we'll be seeing you at the charger very shortly. All right, well, it turns out you actually can't get in property, I assume, after hours. So now we need to find another charger. So let's see what chargers we can find. See, it wants me to go to the Shell recharge station, but I don't have a Shell recharge account, and I don't feel like making one. And let's see what we can replace this with that's on the way. We still have 34%, so we got plenty of charging. I'm gonna have to look that up on ChargePoint, see if that's an option. Let's see, 6 Golden Corral. I think that one's kind of weird. Let me take a look at what this Hamlet Farm one is, and see if that one is one that we could stop at. All right, so it looks like a couple problems here. That's actually a level 2, so that's not going to work. And yeah, and I don't have any service here to look up any of the chargers right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to point to this Shell recharge. We're going to get there, and then we're going to look to see if there's other options instead of that one. But we got to get somewhere where we have service. So let's go ahead and get on the road and do that first. Alright, well, we have just got to Richmond Community College is actually where this is. It's actually, we're at a college. I feel very old all of a sudden. And this is it's from Duke Energy, a local electricity company, but it's a Shell recharge charger. And so I don't have an app for that because we don't have these in South Carolina, or at least not even close to us. So I'm just creating an account, even though I may not have to, but actually I don't even see credit card readers on this. Anyway, so we're here. I made the account. We're done. We're going to click on this. It's 41 cents a kilowatt hour. Not too bad. So we're at station ID. Are we at 6.9 or 6.8? Let me go find out. All right, let's turn off the car. We are at 6.9, so we want to do CCS. And I don't know if we have to plug in first. Let's just start charge, see what happens. Oh, that's right. We gotta put money in the account. Let's just do automatically reload after that. All right, we're gonna purchase. Request processed successfully. Okay, good. All right. They just charged my card. Now we're gonna click on the charger. Click on CCS on our charger. We're gonna hit start charge. And it looks like it's going. Let's get it plugged in now. CCS handle. Oop. Sorry for covering up the lens there. Let's see, we're connecting. Let's see, what do we got here? PC units. Still initiating. All right, so there's where we're at, 28% state of charge. Looks like we're at 41 kilowatts. Come on, at least give us like 100. I wonder what these things are capable of. 300, 920. Well, they are 350 amp max, so they're not going to be very good. Well, that's not great. That's going to be really slow charging. Oh boy. We might be here a little while. Okay, well, yeah, these are pretty slow chargers. What are we up to now? Oh, wait. Oh, we're up to 86 kilowatts. Oh, looks like the battery just needed to warm up. All right, now we're starting to crank. I plugged it in, and like the first minute or two, it was like 40, 42, 44, and I'm not at a very low state of charge. We're just hitting 30% now. So I was like, oh no, these things are like 50 kilowatt limited. But no, it looks like they are capable of a little more than that. Let's see what we're up to now. 86. All right, now we're talking. All right, so we won't be here for very long. We really don't need that much, actually. Let's just take a look at what we need to kind of continue on here. All right, so it looks like it's suggesting that we stop here We stop here for a little bit to get to 66%, and then we will be home at 14. I don't know if it's considering the rain, which just started on us as we were basically pulling into the parking lot here. So I don't know. We're probably going to have to stay here a little longer. What are we up to now? Looks like we are up to like 87. What does that say? Yep, 87 kilowatts. So we are going. It's going to take a little bit. The car is estimating that we will be at 80% at 3:35. So not terrible. I mean, if we're here for another 20 minutes, we won't have to charge to 80% per se. We could probably just get to, 70, 75 will be more than enough. So I'm thinking we're only going to be here for 15 minutes maybe, which is not too bad. I mean, as long as that curve stays where it's at, as long as we keep it around that 80 kilowatt mark, I think we'll be perfectly fine. Those raindrops are hitting right where the kilowatt is. But yeah, so we'll be here for a little bit. But yeah, no worries. All right, still charging at, what is that, 86 kilowatts, or about 53%. So it really hasn't tapered off yet, which is good to see. We're going to be here for a little while longer, 53%, estimating about 66. Like I said, maybe we'll do about 70%, and then we should be okay. The rain is picking up a little bit outside, so yeah, that's going to be against us quite a bit. But anyway, we're looking about 2 hours and 10 minutes to get home from this point. And of course, our trip is all the way down this way and back down to the beach. A little different way than how we came up, which is, this way and up. So, yeah. So we got a little bit of a trip ahead of us. And like I said, unfortunately now it's raining, and I don't think the rain's going to really subside for any part of this trip, unfortunately. But we'll just wait and see. All right, well, we've officially been here for what looks to be about 20 minutes. We are down to 72 kilowatts. The rain has just started kicking up again, of course. And we're at 67%. I think we're fine. 66%. It says we'll get home at 14. That's plenty of buffer. I don't think we really need to charge any more than that. Look at this. Now the rain comes down too. Oh boy. All right, well, let's see how we do on the way home then. Let's see how our efficiency becomes. Oh, it's miserable. Miserable. So this is the rain that we ran into on our way home. We were doing so nice. This stretch of highway was beautiful. It was clear, sunny and everything. There was dark clouds behind us, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this massive flooding in the roads, my adaptive cruise control just completely shut off. It is just absolute tsunami weather right now. Wow. We got to get off the highway in about 3 miles, so I'm just trying to like get to that point so we can just at least get off the road, hopefully get out of the storm. This is ridiculous. I can't believe how dark it got. It dropped over 10 degrees outside in like the last 20 minutes. We're 62 degrees now. It was like 74 not long ago, but oh, look, it's letting up now. Well, for a second there it did. Now it's coming back down. All right, well, there it goes again. Oh my God. Wow. I can barely see the lines. Holy moly. Get the wipers. Get the wipers on. Oh wow. Oh, full blast. Full blast on the wipers. Crazy. All right, we'll see you in a little bit if we make it. Right, well, we are on the final stretch of this trip. We had major gusts of wind. We had major downpours. Chargers that were not open.
Nope.
It's been a trip coming back. So we're almost home, and the battery is pretty low. So we're going to get home with actually pretty close to what Ford estimated we were going to get home with. Though we charged up probably a couple percent more than what they suggested. So I think it ate into that buffer just a little bit, and that's okay. I mean, that's why you have the buffer anyway, because I don't think the Ford planning was you know, expecting that kind of downpour and that kind of wind on the way home. But that was pretty rough in some cases. But we'll do the recap once we get home. Home. So this is from the charger, 2 hours and 2 minutes, 116 miles. You can see where everything went here. Most of it just the driving. It was pretty the climate was pretty mild outside. It's back up to 75 now, even though it was in the 60s just a little while ago. Yeah, overall the car cruised amazing, and we actually made it home with 12%, which is actually what it was really estimating if we left at 66%. I think we left at like 68%. So, I mean, really, really close. I mean, considering the weather and everything else that we hit. So, let's get the recap done here. Okay, well, another road trip in the books for the Mach-E. Short road trip, but overnight. And it was a good road trip. I kind of miss road trip in the Mach-E some days because it's really a comfortable car. I mean, it beats the Tesla hands down with its comfortability. Just, you know, soaks up the bumps. You just kind of go along. Everything's nice and easy. The Blue Cruise hands-free, when it works really, really well. And yeah, I really like this car on road trips, except for the charging infrastructure. Overall, we still found the charger. Granted, it wasn't a great charger, but it did charge the car. We were there 22, 23 minutes. But unfortunate for the weather, everything else went pretty well.
Yes.
So, You want to add anything before we shut it down?
It was a nice trip.
Nice trip.
Definitely comfortable riding in this vehicle, and like you said, hopefully if it was better charging situation.
Yeah, well, that is what it is. Too bad there was no place to charge in the middle of the woods. plug it into a tree or something. But yeah, so we had fun metal detecting. The rain, you know, eventually subsided. We were able to get out, metal detected the field a little bit, found some cool things, and yeah, you know, just a little weekend getaway here, and that's all it was. But all right, well, thanks very much for watching. I'm glad to do another Mach-E road trip, and of course there's going to be more road trips coming up, whether it's the Mach-E or the Tesla. And yeah, we got a big one coming up, which we actually might be already on it by the time I post this video, so it's going to be a little bit. But yeah, so we're having a great time, you know, road tripping and everything. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're a Mach-E enthusiast, EV enthusiast, whatever. And make sure you take a look at all the videos at the end of this for Mach-E accessories and whatnot. But anyway, thanks for watching. Check us out on all our social medias and stuff in the bottom, in the description below the video. And we'll see you on the next episode. And remember, welcome to the future.
And welcome to Tech Motoring.
We should keep you around more often. We'll see you on the next one, everybody.